Okay, I'm about halfway done on the first set of dips, and you can tell it's starting to form up at the bottom and a little bit on top, but that's what it looks like when they're about half. So I'll finish these up and then I'll show you how to take them off the rack. Alright, well, I'm almost done now. I just got about one more dip to do, and then I'll be able to take them off the frame. So what I'll do is I'll dip them one more time. And then I'll set up and I'll show you how to take them off the frame. Okay, so I'm going to take them off the frame. I'm just going to use my little Olfa knife. I'm just going to heat it up on my stove a little bit. Heat it up a little bit so it goes easy through the wax, and then I just cut at the bottom of the candle, and then cut the other side. And then what I do is I just do one at a time. So I take them off the rack and make sure that the tips are good. And then what I do is I just round off the bottom a little bit. Same thing goes for this one. And then I just hang them on here for now. Then I'll heat up my knife again. And then I'll take that one off. You try to cut as close to the bottom as possible, then you don't impede any of your candles. You're getting the most candle for your work, you know. So there you go. So you just same thing. Round off your bottom a little bit so it's nice and round. And then what I done is I just put some extra wax there just while I'm waiting, so I could fill up my vat again a little bit. And then what happens, this is what happens when you dip them too far to the top. So what you do is you just take that off and put it back into the wax vat. And the same thing goes for this one, because they will be re-dipped after. So you just kind of, and then same thing, you just kind of round off your end a little bit so you get a nice kind of tapered end, like that. Same thing for this one. Get nice tapered ends. Okay, so I'll show you how to finish them. Okay, I'm back. So now I'm going to finish my candles that I started to dip. And then what I do now is I just dip them individually to the size I want. But the same process. And you do one candle at a time. And then whenever you figure they're big enough for you, then you just stop dipping. It's the same process. Dipping in hot wax, dipping in cold water. And usually for me, like this morning, it took a little bit over an hour and a half to fill my my vat full of wax. So, but if you got multiple stoves and multiple people to help, well then you could be getting some serious candle making done. But it all boils down to you can't rush it. but it does do a good product at the end, and they smell nice when you burn them, and they last long. They burn about an inch an hour. So these are about 12-inch candles, so you'll get probably 12 hours out of one. So for the people that are off the grid and only use candles and oil lamps, well, this is a perfect way of making your supply, and it doesn't cost you very much. Because I got my little Coleman stove here that I use multiple uses. I do my canning on it, and I also do my candles, and I do cast some bullets for my muzzle loader, and I cast my bullets on here as well. So, and if you want to get really perfectionist, you would get yourself a thermometer and make sure that your wax is at the perfect temperature. But I always found that it doesn't make like the prettiest candles, but they burn real nice, and that's all that matters. So I'm almost done this one. A couple more dips and I think it'll be done. Yeah, one more dip on each and then that'll be done. And yes, sometimes it makes a little bit of a mess, but like I do it in my shop here in the basement, and so I always keep a window open because it does make some smoke. If you have a fire alarm, well, you might want to consider unplugging it for your dipping session, but that's up to you. I always unplug it because it does make a little bit of smoke sometimes, and then what happens is the smoke alarm comes on and you're trying to deal with making your candles and the fire alarm, and it's just all hell breaks loose. Okay, so now I'm done these ones, and you can tell they're a nice, probably about an inch round, so that's perfect. So now I'm gonna continue making my other ones, and I'll give you an update at the end of how many I made. Okay guys, I'm back. Well, I'm done doing my candles. So I got 21 sets of candles I'll be showing you. Hang on. And this is what's left of my casting wax. There's 3 little jars there and another little pot there. So that equals out to about, give or take, 10 pounds. So there's my candles. There's some there and there's some on that side. So it took me about 4 hours to do 21 sets. But I'm good for like 420 hours of light with those candles. So it's a good payoff for the work that I did. So, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions or anything, just send me a PM and I'll see if I can help you. Alright, thank you very much. Bye-bye.